Cordarrelle Patterson is 30 years old and setting career highs. He has amassed over 1,000 total yards and is leading the Falcons in rush yards, rush attempts, and is trailing only Kyle Pitts in receiving yards. Patterson has bounced around the league and he was always labeled as a guy with potential. And that's not really a title you want to carry with you through most of your NFL career. All potential means is that you're capable of doing something, but not currently doing it. He spent 4 years with the Vikings where he was predominantly used as a receiver and return man. He then bounced around from the Raiders to the Patriots to the Bears, and now he's landed with the Falcons. Josh McDaniels and the Patriots are the ones that really started to unlock some of Patterson's potential on offense by using him as a running back. After some injuries to their running back group, New England started to deploy Patterson as a running back later in the year. With a knack for the big play, the Patriots wanted to find ways to get him the ball. Putting him in the backfield was the easiest way to do that while also fixing their running back issue. Previously used as more of a gadget player, the Patriots gave him 42 carries at running back while adding in 28 receptions. While with the Bears for the 2 following years, Nagy trimmed down on the running back reps, especially in year 1 where he only had 28 touches on the year. That's certainly changed in Atlanta with Patterson already doubling his season high in touches with 168 on the year. Despite cutting his teeth as a receiver, Patterson runs hard and with power. He's still not a natural running back and has some vision issues, but he's explosive and has given the Falcons a spark. He lines up as an H-back in the backfield, split outside, and in the slot. However, the bulk of his reps in Atlanta are coming at the running back position. While there's a lot of positives and utility for a guy that can bounce around at different positions, he's definitely not the best pure running back on the team. He's not great at setting up blocks, and the Falcons love to run outside zone, which is heavily vision dependent. Atlanta is also second to last in the league in rush DVOA. The offensive line is just not very good, and they get beat pretty frequently. Combine that with a runner that doesn't have natural vision in the box, and you get some issues. Patterson is going to pop 1 or 2 chunk runs a game, but he's also going to get you a lot of 1 and 2 yard gains as well. Because of Patterson's returnability and his history at receiver, you'd think screens and getting him on the perimeter would be a good way to utilize him, but Patterson flat out cannot read screen game to save his life. He routinely runs into unblocked defenders and doesn't really understand the track that he's supposed to take. Whether that's on him or the coaching can be argued, but it's pretty frustrating to watch. The Falcons are running a screen to Patterson, who's aligned as the number 2 receiver. They even catch Tampa in a blitz on top of that, which is ideal. That's what you want to do for screens, is catch defenses in blitz. But by nature, screens outside take a little bit more time to develop, and you need to work off of the blocks of the offensive linemen. Those linemen have to pass it and then get outside to those blocks. As Patterson gets the ball, you can see the Falcons have numbers with the linemen releasing. Where they don't have numbers is down the sideline, where both the corner and the safety have an angle on him. Where this play is designed to go is between the hashes and the numbers. Patterson should run right off of the offensive lineman's blocks. Those linemen are going to wash defenders outside. Instead of cutting inside and getting vertical off of those blocks, Patterson immediately takes off to the outside. At that point, you might as well not release linemen at all because they're never going to get out there to help you. The line has no angle to block anyone, and he runs straight into a tackle. Where Patterson does have success is on more clearly defined running lanes like design cutbacks and pin and pull schemes. Using pin and pull schemes get him out on the edge with a clearer view of the field. That's the easiest way to most closely mimic what he sees on kick returns and when split outside. It lets him use his speed to get to the edge and outflank the defense. It also has the added benefit of hiding some of the interior blocking from the Falcons' offensive line. Then, once Patterson gets on the edge and past the first wave, he's a problem to bring down. He runs hard, hits creases, and can beat guys in the open field without losing very much speed. Where I think he's underutilized is as a receiver. It's a huge luxury to be able to split him out and force defenses to determine how they're going to match personnel. Before the huddle is broken, the defense needs to decide how they're going to match up with him outside, in the slot, or out of the backfield. Do they want to match with an extra corner because of the pass threat, or a linebacker to stop the run? That gives opportunities for the Atlanta offense to create mismatches. Atlanta doesn't get to it a ton, but I love the idea of sending him on rail routes on the sideline and giving him option routes out of the backfield. It immediately gives him space to build up some speed, it can isolate him on linebackers and mismatches, and it gives the offense an advantage. Then you can also split him outside as a receiver and just let him go be a receiver. As a number 3 type of guy outside, you can do much worse. He's capable of running a relatively diverse route tree and attacks the ball in the air. Cordarrelle Patterson is setting career highs and can still be used even more effectively. He's never going to be a great pure running back. He's 30 years old, but he can still be that offensive weapon that splits time outside and at running back. In a matchup-driven league, Patterson can be a true X factor. He might not have a ton of years left, but after 9 years in the league, maybe someone is actually starting to understand how he can be maximized. He's fun to watch, and he gives a spark whenever he touches the ball. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.